Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison Cruz, and I'd like to welcome you back to day 3 of exploring planet PNF 404 here in Pikmin 3 Deluxe, where it was certainly amazing how the newly discovered rock Pikmin freed our dear friend and botanist Brittany from the crystal cage that she was trapped in. She was definitely the luckiest person that day. But yes, the Pikmin do appear to be intelligent, friendly creatures. Perhaps we can force them to help us find our food and then ditch them, just in case we decide we don't like them. But yeah, it's probably a good thing we found them, otherwise we would probably be screwed. But we also need the Cosmic Drive key, and as we know, can't make home without it. Right, alright, let's focus all our energy on retrieving food and the key. I will think about nothing else, except for finding the captain. Ooh, yeah, maybe that too. Well, hopefully at this point he's still alive, but is that everything? Alf just kind of annoyed. But there is yet another signal that we discovered in the last episode, just beyond a bridge that we built and a wall we destroyed. Will it be the captain? I don't know, but based off of my commentary, I would probably say that probably not. Yeah, he might be hogging all the fruit for himself. Alright, well, again, we could return to the tropical wilds and there might be something there for you, but we're gonna wait until later and instead return to the Garden of Hope. So, let's do it. Yes, I love it when the area is rainy whenever we enter it. It is very satisfying, and I think it happens almost at random. But luckily, these Pikmin that we left at the end of the last part are now fully transformed into flowers, which makes them extremely more effective at everything. So what I'm going to do, I think I will probably end up taking maybe 40 of these guys and 40 of these guys. Maybe I'll actually just grab everything, fill it up, and that way, the rest of the Pikmin can actually utilize things for good effect. So, and by things I mean nectar. So we're actually gonna go ahead and just get some numbers back now because we have plenty of time today to do the new area that we just unlocked. And over here, I do just wanna make sure that we're able to, you know, maximize our use of all of the nectar that we have. So we definitely don't need 100 for this boss, but still probably a decent thing to have. And you guys didn't take that back. That's fine. There you go. All right, so while we could do a little bit of backtracking, I think I will just wait. And instead, yeah, let's go head over to the boss. Why not? We'll make it a nice early day just so that we can have, you know, a bit of an extra buffer to the end of our day today. That'd be nice. So having our other rock Pikmin be fully formed would definitely be useful. And, you know, leaving those 20 others in the ground overnight definitely helped. But, you know, when all of these having just respawned over the course of a day, it's gonna be really hard not to have, you know, all of your Pikmin be flowers. See, look at that. We'll come back with more reds later. I just wanted to go ahead and have that be completed for now. Because now they basically follow you to a T. This is nothing like Pikmin 1 where they would just kind of like trip around and not do anything. It's insane, man, but let's continue on to the deep dark unknown and collect this mysterious looking data file. God, this atmosphere is so good, man. Yeah, what's it doing all the way out here? Interesting. My search for treasure continues with no luck, but I can't fly back home to Hakatate without procuring a few priceless artifacts. I'm sensing something valuable up ahead, but I'm also sensing danger. So if someone finds this data file, please send word to my son that I didn't make it. Captain Olimar. Captain Olimar. Can't say I've heard of him, but he's from Hakatate, huh? It's not far from Kopai. A strange planet. I heard the Hakatations will do anything to get their hands on treasure. Yeah, damn straight. And they eat vegetables. Ugh. Yeah, looks like he might have met his end up ahead, which is not good. You guys want to come back up here? Thank you. Alright, well, hopefully that gives us a little bit of reserve, but let's head inside and see what awaits. Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this, as do I. Well, if we try to approach any further... Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first fight against the armored Mawdad. Now, his shell might look a little funny to you, and it's because he's armored and he's soft on the inside, which means we need to use our rock Pikmin to go ahead and descale him. This is very important to avoid his attacks and not get interrupted by this, where it will tell us that, you know, we can use rock Pikmin to smash it, but we gotta run and not get caught. And what I would recommend is going for his tail and then charging your rock Pikmin. Now they're all just gonna bounce off, but it's better than throwing them because this guy likes to move. And he also likes to steal my crew. Hey, man, that's not all right. Can you give those back to me? They are absolutely terrified. But it won't be until he charges that he will actually start consuming your Pikmin. So it's kind of a tricky fight, but not too terrible. Not bad. On the Wii U version, this was really annoying, but there we go. With this tail exposed, use your reds and charge at him. It's kind of annoying when you have Brittany here because you automatically just go to her, but we'll just do this, do some extra damage, and unfortunately, you can't take him out in a single cycle unless you do like a quarter of his health first, but he's got a sliver left, which means he's nearly done. But now we gotta watch out because he's gonna show up behind us. And whoa, hi, why are you back up there? How dare you? All right, drop down. It's not funny anymore, man. All right, so watch out for the charge. And this is it. Any attack will do. He's done. Well, that was fortunate. So this was emitting that signal. But what does this mean for the captain's whereabouts? I guess for now we should take this back to the Drake for analysis. Might be of some use. For sure. All right, well, we've got a ton of goodies here, so I'm gonna go ahead and send my rock Pikmin off to take that, because bosses will give you a ton of Pikmin. I will also let you guys take that, and I will also probably just use you guys. There we go. So I'm gonna let them do their business. I'm gonna let them walk back. We still have 3/4 of the day to go because we have one extra thing that we can do. And something that's really funny, actually, is getting caught between all of the things coming back here. The massive corpse of the armored Mawdad just coming back and blocking your way here is hilarious, especially with all of these other things like the dragon fruit. Oof. Have you guys ever had dragon fruit? It is actually like very good. I don't think it's worth 10 bucks a pound or an ounce, but it's still good nonetheless. But having this massive body just being hauled back over is just always funny. But we do have one other fruit to collect here on our time here in the Garden of Hope, and after that we have literally nothing else for us. None of the enemies have respawned, and they won't come back until tomorrow. So there's not really any use for us coming back other than killing them until we have yellow Pikmin that can take out the electricity. But for now, we're gonna head over here. And this will certainly allow us to do some business over here, which again, we can't fully do, but we can do just enough to make it worth our while. So we have a bit of a side-scrolling section here, and what we need to do is set up some captains to come up here and get up onto this ledge to grab that lime. But we need to make sure that we go ahead and balance it off up here. And with that, we'll switch on over to Brit and lock onto these ones over here and take back the lime. And that's all we have to do here. We can't continue further because, of course, electricity is not in our soul. And instead, we gotta leave. So, yeah, we'll definitely have a lot of work to do the next time we come here with yellow Pikmin. And those will actually be coming a lot sooner than you think. But for now, we'll just go ahead and maybe up our numbers a little bit, not throw Alf into the water. There we go. So Spectralids will come back, as well as the Skittle Leaves. But those will only give you like one Pikmin each, so it's not particularly worth it. If we go down here, oh, analyzing. In the Wii U version, there would be a data file here, but it's strangely not present in this version. So, yeah, what do we got here? Mr. Drek. Ah, an analyzing recovered item. Nice. This thing looks pretty robust, like it could survive the apocalypse. I like how some of the numbers are kind of smudged down. An ancient communication device used on this planet. It is a data glutton. It contains technology unknown to Kopai and is emitting a signal even now. Surprise, surprise. If I integrate this device into the Drake's communication system, should be able to boost our signal strength. Looks like it's gonna be an all-nighter for me. Indeed, God, I'm getting like weirdly nostalgic about this. All right. So, yeah, underwater creatures and things that we just need to stay away from, because that part of the stage is, ugh, it's weird, man. But now that all this is done, what's kind of funny, we can actually see some of them bringing like the dragon fruit and stuff back. Actually, they might have already done it. Yeah, everyone's already here. Everyone's home. Cool. So they're done, and the massive amount of Pikmin that becomes, you know, spawned is just, it's massive, like I just said. So I'm gonna go and put away all of my rocks for now, because I think they have plenty of flowers, all that I need. But we're gonna take some more of these red Pikmin, because a lot of them will be leaves, and I do think that leaf Pikmin are just a little bit more useful than rocks. So we can go around, and I'll probably just up my numbers a little bit, because there's literally nothing else for us to do today. And if I can just have, you know, as many of these guys be, you know, flowers, I think we'll be fine. If there is something else you can do, just let me know, because I'd love to hear it and see it. But your onion will always prioritize taking out flowers first. So if you start getting leaves, that's kind of an indication that you should probably start giving some of them nectar, but we should rarely ever need more than 40 or 50 of any type of Pikmin. There are some bosses where it becomes really funny to, you know, just kind of gang up on and just do like a ton of damage, as we just saw, but look at that. We are nearly exact tit for tat. That's kind of incredible. I'm gonna bring the rest as reds. And that's like perfect split, and I screwed up. I always do that. Okay, let's try this again. I only wanted some of you guys. Something I wish they had changed from the original Pikmin is whenever they're going into the onion, you can still whistle them. I wish that wasn't a thing, because sometimes they just kind of do whatever, but there you go. There we go. So we still have a lot. Ooh, that is a lot of rock Pikmin. But as you guys could already tell, you can do so much with just a couple rocks that you should rarely ever have to worry about having more than 20 in your group at any time. So ultra spicy mode is definitely something that is reasonable to do, but for the most part, it's just like one of those things where, doesn't really matter. But we can still grab some more numbers. But something I just like doing is just getting more and more, you know? All right, so we'll wait for this one. Another really kind of cool advancement they made with the AI is that in the Wii U version, if you would throw a rock Pikmin at a pellet like that, they would bounce off so far away that they would not even pick it up and go. They would just stand there waiting for you to do whatever. But in this version, such a nice thing they did. They just had it so that, you know, they just increase the range at which he decides what he wants to do. So we'll do this. This is the only other one that we can do anything with, so there we go. We'll never see any leaf rock Pikmin, so I wouldn't worry about that. Nothing else to do in there, and amongst other things, this is basically a finished day. I took my time with this place, and this is where we're at, so I'll go with this. Over there you can see another fiery blowhog, but of course can't do anything about that, so don't worry about that. So since that's basically it, we can end the day prematurely if you really want to, and I think I will, but I do want to make note of something else that I think is a little bit interesting. And this is another comparison thing, is that if you look at your map and you look at areas that we haven't been to yet, and you'll see they're just kind of slightly grayed out. In the Wii U version of the game, this would all be darkness until you explored it, and this definitely changes the way that you might send off other captains. What the heck? Why is it like gyrating like that? Weird. But it definitely changes the way that you'd be able to send captains off into different areas. You can see that obviously because there's an obstruction, you won't be able to walk to a certain place, but if it wasn't there, then it makes doing things, if you know what you're doing, much easier, if that makes any sense. Damn, it's such a shame that there's not a lot for us to do here with this type of weather, because just the rainy days in Pikmin land is just so good. But you know what? We got all of our crew here. We got all of the nectar. There's no fruit, no enemies. If you really want to, you could try destroying that water enemy with your rock Pikmin, because I've done it before out of boredom, but I wouldn't recommend it. So let's do it. Let's end the day, shall we? Sad. Our first short episode. Ma-na-na-na, ma-na-na-na. Alright, here we go. 2 new fruits. Yes. So defeating the boss gives us the fire-breathing feast. And generally, whenever you defeat a boss in an area, you will get a lovely fruit that will give you up to 3 days of reserves, which is the most that a fruit can give you. So it's the perfect buffer, and it's quite nice. So there we go. We got that, and then we also got the Zost Bomb. Nice. And now that I think about it, it seems like it actually only gave us 2.5 for that one. We worked hard today, now it's time for our reward. And keep in mind that even though we only have 2 captains, we still only take up 1 drink, which is nice. Yeah. We should be alright for a little while. Indeed, we can go up to a week of just sitting and laying back and enjoying the company of our new Pikmin friends, but no. We gotta keep going and save the captain. Because that concludes day 3 of our adventure. And look at these numbers. Look at them. Boom! They are very much in tandem with each other. No losses again, but not bad. A pretty good effort, all things considered. But with that having been said and done, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode of Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Brittany's gonna send us off. We recovered the communication device that was inside the armored Mawdad. According to Alf, this device contains parts that may expand the Drake's communications range. I've never seen him so excited. I'm more than happy to write today's report while Alf examines the device. Sometimes he can be so diligent. Oh, that's nice of her. Well, tomorrow we're going on to new distant plains, so I hope you guys join me for day 4 of Pikmin 3. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys then.